As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Today, an in-state battle between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another squad from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the ACC, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bears will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Texas's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. He's going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Got it past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year. Lining
up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Baylor's offense will have its first possession of the game. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Corner's going to give them room. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Zings it complete to the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. DBs will try to keep everything in front. The give to the back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
3rd and short for an offense is definitely their friend. I mean, you think about it, you got everything available to you. You can even call a pass when you got a playmaker like this, and he can pull it down and go get that first down. So frustrating for a defense.
Give to the back. Hard running there. There's a live football. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Yeah, great job forcing the fumble. But here's the thing. I'm okay with plays. If I make you earn it and don't give up those big plays and make you not get a penalty, not put the ball on the turf, and that's what good defense is about. Great job by the defense, blowing them that gun, forcing the turnover.
Here comes the Texas offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Smashes through. At the 40, there he goes. All kinds of running room. Just like that, a huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can break one tackle and take off almost down the whole field, Palmer. This guy is a playmaker.
He really is, but it's a wasted opportunity for the defense there. They had a guy in position to bring him down for no gain, but because he missed the tackle, this defense now on their heels.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And the Bears headed quickly to the line. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Firing to the right, complete. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for him.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little...
Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And the D deny them on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. Trying to slam in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Fourth down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. The snap sets up to throw. He caught it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The give to the tailback. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Bears line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the counter. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Now on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Floating away. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his tight end. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
It's complete on the right side. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw and pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's back to throw on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Snapped it in the shotgun. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the returner is stopped. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Down towards the receiver is incomplete.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Using his legs to buy some time. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Bishop. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Quarterback checking off. On second down, wants to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Wants to throw on second down. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! defense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a one-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Takes the handoff. It's Tolzien. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Off the RPO. Fire right. Trying to convert. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And to get rid of it quickly. can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled with nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the try is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. The quick out. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for this receiver, hello, viral.
Hello, viral, and on every platform, everywhere. You're going to see it in top plays. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Just continue to count the touchdowns. This guy's been balling.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Using his feet to buy time. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
Here comes the Texas offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Texas 24, Baylor 10.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on first down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his target down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And he's just going to spike it.
It's second down.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's got him, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers.
The throw is incomplete. It's now second and goal.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. And he's got it, a late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight, of hope.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen, some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
You've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll line up to go for two. They're going to run it. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. 15 seconds to play, and if they have a last gasp, they have to recover this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.